Our next presenter is Deirdre Derrick. Is this a good test? Can you prove it? And her advisor is Joan Jameson. Deirdre.
Learn a language in 10 minutes a day. Complete fluency guaranteed, or your money back. Our revolutionary language learning product is based on the latest research in human cognition. Yeah, it sounds too good to be true, but it's based on research, so it's got to be okay, right? I study how people learn languages. More specifically, I study how we test if someone knows a language. We use these tests in schools, but we also use them in research. Imagine two groups of students. Group 1 sits in a traditional classroom learning German. Group 2 goes to sleep every night with a pair of headphones, listening to old Baywatch episodes dubbed in German. You want to know, after 30 days, which group has learned more German? So you give both groups a test, the same test. Lo and behold, the Baywatch group has learned more German. But, if I may, let's back up. Let's look at these questions. Were they about grammar, or were they about David Hasselhoff? In other words, were the questions written in such a way that one group would find them easier to answer? My project looks at the quality of tests used in language research. Now, to judge test quality, there's important information that researchers need to give us. But how many do? To answer this question, I looked at 385 research articles published over a 5-year period. And what I found was disturbing in terms of transparency. First, only 58% reported any information about where these tests they were using had come from. In other words, who made the test? Was it a testing company, the researcher, a teacher? Second, now, when we give a test, we need to test or pilot the questions before we use them. Only 17% had done this. And finally, test reliability. That's a number that tells us basically if we can trust the test. And only 28% gave us this number. Now, just because this information is not reported doesn't mean that the test is bad. And let's face it, shelling out $50 on a shady language learning program is not the worst thing in the world. But test quality, that's important for meaningful learning experiences from kindergarten to university. Thank you.